Luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind a family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxie show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York, one show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Tongues on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury and welcome to this is the main show. This is the live show that I do every day except when I'm traveling maybe. Hey, that's right guys, every day. How are you guys going? Luxy Poo's taken a few days off. I'm broadcasting from Shenzhen. This is actually, tomorrow is my last day in Shenzhen. I'm out of here. We got Tersa joining us. Hey Tersa, how are you? Oh, sorry, I was going to put my headphones on. How are you? Oh, I can't hear you. Tersa, I can't hear you. Hey, Tersa, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly now.
Oh,
and
I
we
said,
got my
are you
friend.
audited now?
Not yet. Hey, Terry, I need your email address too, by the way, Terry. Can you please email me, archieluxury72@gmail.com? I want to be able to get in touch with you. No, I'm actually leaving tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day. It's actually a bit sad. I'm leaving and I'm going back to Australia. And then I got a few things to take care of in Australia. Then I'm getting ready for the Geneva show. So
are you going to do? Are you going to do any additions to the Archie Luxury Travel channel before you leave? That's what I want to know. Is that still active?
No, that channel's now the live streaming channel, I think. But look, I've trying to take. Look, I do what I can. I'm actually been having some really fun. I've actually been doing some work as opposed to what I normally do, which is not much. But how are you guys? What's happening? We got Terry there. I want to, Torsa, are you a Breguet man? How do we get you into the Breguet mold? What do we do? Tell me what we do.
Well,
what can we do?
I don't think I'd wear Vladimir Putin's brand of watch. Like I said, I think he's the only celebrity that that wears this thing now. So I don't know.
What about Dr. Ray? Dr. Ray? Dr. Ray wears the
Archie.
Breguet, you know.
How
Dr.
do you
Ray.
repeat your email address? How do you spell it?
Sorry?
Your email address, how do you spell it?
I'll write it in the chat.
I will. Yeah. It's Archie Luxury 72. Okay, I'll just put it in there. Archie.
It's in the chat already. It's in the chat.
Thank you.
Archie, I'm waiting for more dirty, grubby Hong Kong videos like you did on the travel channel, but I think the last time you posted on there was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, you do realize that China, Hong Kong is. You do realize Hong Kong is communist now, don't you? You can't get away with that shit.
I mean, you mentioned that in the video, but I don't know how long ago this was. But I remember you went up the 24-hour staircase. You remember this? You remember?
Yes, I do.
Come on. So there's not even going to be a little bit of that before you leave. I had to ask.
If someone sends you money to do a review, how do you receive it?
It's via that. It's via that
PayPal link.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
You want a review, Terry? Is that what you want to do? You want to give Archie some money for a review? Terry,
I got to tell you something. Terry's a little bit taken aback there. I got to tell you something. Seriously, I want to say something. I really do love the Breguet man. You know, I'm really happy and proud to be a Breguet man.
Archie, I'm not in the syndicate, but I mean, if I were, maybe I would be too, because then I would be receiving some sort of remuneration from Breguet.
We got a super chat here. Patel Philippe for $14. 10 free questions for Terry to ask Archie. 10 free questions. Off you go. It's a Montegrappa? Ask 10 questions. Terry, go. You got to ask the.
Okay. I got a question. Only one question. Okay. The one question I want to ask you: why do people play the lottery if they're never going to win?
Why, you tell me. I don't know. Why do they play the lottery? Because there's always hope. There's always hope they could win.
But even though over a lifetime they've spent like $5 million on betting and then they don't win. So what's the
That's
point?
correct. I'm with you, man. I must say this.
Addiction.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. I totally.
Here's the thing.
Well, Terry, it's the hope.
Waste money on lottery. Here's the point. Why spend money on lottery when you get nothing out of it because you may not win? You can hit the casino tables and all that, and you didn't win. But you could take that money and put it away towards buying your first luxury watch.
I totally get it, man. I totally get it. I tell you something that is really true that I've found is that I got to tell you something. Just buy a Breguet. Are you getting a Breguet? I want to know when you're getting a Breguet. Please tell me. When are you getting a Breguet?
I that's way out of my price range. I probably wouldn't be able to reach a Breguet for probably 7-8 years. Probably the next watch I'm saving for is a Speedmaster.
Oh, a Speedmaster. Oh.
Okay.
And
you could buy Archie's Seiko. He's selling it.
The Speedmaster is because you made that watch famous. You made the Speedmaster famous. Think of that. You branded the Speedmaster and you made it cool, Archie. You made it cool.
Oh,
Hey,
Archie
thank
makes
you.
everything cool.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Archie makes honkers
You've
cool.
had yours for
Yeah.
what? 20 years? You've had yours for close to 20 years. So here's the thing. Okay.
Oh well, I've had a couple. I've had a couple. I got to tell you something, man. I got to tell you something. The important thing is you need to realize that Breguet itself there is just one facet of the character, Breguet man.
I
But
know. Yeah.
Breguet man is an attitude. It's not a possession. It's an attitude.
Right.
It's an
It's
attitude. You need to have
It's
the right
earned.
attitude.
Just like
And
you
I got to
remember
tell you something.
30
I
years
gotta tell
ago,
you. I
Rolex
gotta tell you.
advertising,
Mhm.
a crown for every achievement. That was their old slogan like 27 years ago. A crown for every achievement. It was right.
Terry, you're not
The
listening to
crown,
what Terry's
that's-
trying to. Terry, you're not listening to what Archie's trying to tell you. So look, when you go to honkers, okay, you got to avoid the triads. You can't just go around with the Breguet all the time. When you go to the 24-hour salon, you know what I mean? All the rub and tugs, you got to take the Seiko with you because you could be jumped at any time. So this is important. You can't just have a Breguet. You've got to have other things that go with it. Because if you're on
Well,
on
that's
the
true.
massage table, yeah, you know, and
I remember it was always told you couldn't buy a Patek. This was the rules of life. You couldn't buy a Patek until you were close to 65.
Oh, look at this. We got an
buy-
unboxing. Look at this. We
What's
got
up,
Uzi.
dickhead? I got my shit.
Finally.
It's beautiful. So it's a solid gold charm.
Yeah, it's a solid gold sub. Archie,
Finally, it came.
yeah,
Finally, it came, man.
you've been paying attention
Fuck,
to
I
me. You
gotta
pay
tell you.
attention, Archie. You pay attention
That
to me.
black. Actually, I got to tell you, that black really pops.
Beautiful.
I take it back. I think I told you to get the blue one. I love the black. Fuck, does that stand out, man? That's
Thank you,
black.
sir.
Actually, you
It-
know what's
it
more
pops.
popular? What's more popular is the two-tone. Did you know that?
Oh, really? I don't do two tones. Who's that? Terry? Was that Archie who said that? Who said that?
The two-tone Shimano with the champagne dial seems to be more popular. It was like 12 years ago.
I don't
Just
like it any better. I like this one better. What about that,
Well,
Terry? What if I like this
That
one
one's
better?
solid gold, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, the champagne dial one. You remember that one?
Yeah. No, I like this one, dude. Solid gold.
Yeah,
There were,
I mean,
there
you
were
know,
stickers on the clasp too. There were stickers on it. So it was like,
I worked with a lot of people. They had a Kermit Shimano.
Yeah.
You know, the 50th anniversary.
I went to the
And,
Rolex AD and they fitted it for me for free, Terry. Free.
Yeah, well, there always is. I guess that represents its authenticity.
So guess what? It's not fake and it's not stolen. And I got it fitted, but the watchmaker at the AD sucks. You know why? Because he didn't take the links out and balance it. He didn't balance it out. He
Well,
took them
no,
all one fucking side.
I would never
When
say
it's
it was
really
fake
good.
because it looks too good to be fake. No,
Hey, is Archie there?
Yeah, I'm there. What, Uzi, everything is about you in life, isn't it?
Oh, come on. I'm talking to you. I said, is Archie there?
Told if you send it back to Rolex to resize it, someone told me they charged them like $600 just to readjust the bracelet. So I'm not sure
No, that's ridiculous. They'll do it for free. I never heard that before. Hey, I want to ask you something, Uzi.
What's that, Arch?
When are you getting a Breguet? When are you going to join the club and be a real man?
I've got a fast answer for that one. Never. Never. Okay.
Why is that?
Let me see your smiling face, Archie. Where you at? I don't see you anymore. Where are you? I came here for you. Let me see that.
Hey,
there he is.
I'm
What's
here,
up,
man.
buddy?
I'm here.
What's up, dude?
How many Shimano's do you own, sir?
I got one.
Just one.
Just one.
Do you regret getting rid of the steel sub? Wouldn't it be nice to have the two?
It would be, but I have a Tag Heuer that I could beat up just like the sub. So maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll beat up the Tag or the Belova. Right? Right?
Yes.
Terry,
The
when's the
Bulova.
last time you've been to a rub and tug, Terry? Have you ever
Well,
been
it's
to
Tag Heuer. I mean, just out of curiosity, what model Tag Heuer is it?
Carrera.
Carrera GT?
I don't know.
Is it a chronograph?
No. It's not a chronograph.
Terry, when you tip the lady boys,
There was only like 3 Tag Heuer models I ever had a facet to, and one of them actually was a quartz. Now I know Archie hates quartz, but you know which one I'm talking about, the Aston Martin version. It just came out like 4 years ago. Even though it's a quartz, it's 200 meters water resistant. It's really cool looking. If you've seen it.
Huh?
Terry,
200 meters.
Terry, let me tell you something. If you don't tip them, the next time you go there, they're going to wheel you out on that massage table in the street, naked. You always got to tip the lady boys. You understand that, don't you? We're trying to teach you something. We're teaching you things about life.
Here's the thing, though. Most gays these days don't even date the trannies.
We're talking about hiring professionals.
Oh, well, yeah. An escort service.
Some would call it that, Terry. Some would call it that. Professional women or professional men, I think is the term, maybe.
I don't know. It's like this. You know, every watch in the world, like people want, okay, through history, everyone has wanted a certain watch. For example, the Daytona, the Monaco, watches like that. But the Tag Heuer Monaco, a bunch of people said it was ugly. But how is it ugly if it was actually used by a famous actor? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he was the epitome of cool, you know, Steve McQueen, right? So the thing of it is, how can they say it was so dull? It was a cool man who was wearing it. You know, think about it. Because I mean, you know, even though it's not a flyback or anything, but you know, so it has a functionality to it. Not cool.
I see.
Yeah. So, but you know, it's like most of the guys back then, if you remember, they at the racetrack they had the Octavias, and then they had the Carreras. So it was the thing of it. Because if you was a Porsche driver and you was driving for Porsche, odds are you always wore a Tag Heuer. Odds are you always wore a Tag Heuer. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the 70s and the 60s. Your odds are at every like Le Mans and F1 track. It's almost like 40 to 50% of the men back then all had a Tag Heuer or a Heuer on the wrist. If you think about it, you know.
Archie, what were you doing in the 70s and 60s?
Hey,
Terry.
70s, man. I was in school. I was in primary school.
Yeah.
Prime example that the race of Monza, the race of Monza, like the original race.
Terry, you ever watch Archie's old videos where he brings you to his primary school? Did he ever?
Hang on a tick. I got to plug in my laptop.
Okay. Archie, that was a good series.
He seems distracted.
Yes.
What's Archie Luxury doing at this moment?
I just wanted to ask you something, Uzi. Has it solved all your problems in life? Having the solid gold dancer, do you stop being a dick now?
Yeah, I'm going to stop being a dick now.
Okay. Because I just kind of, that's the only problem with that watch is that, you know, most of the people who have, that's the only reason stops me going solid gold is that most of the people I know who own them can be complete fucking dicks.
You want me to be honest with you? I was more of a dick when I was wearing the Tag Heuer, the $3,000 Tag Heuer. That was making me turn into a dick. So once I put this on, I'm a changed man.
We got another super chat. Frank V, $5. Congrats, Uzi. Sick watch. Yeah, I've got to tell you that watch looks amazing. tell me, who did you end up buying it through? Was that the original guy?
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name because of what everyone was saying that he was ripping me off. So I'm obviously not going to. It's too. You can't do anything. I can't take you guys anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't want him
Yeah,
getting
I know.
trolled.
I get it.
Yeah,
But did you buy it from the same guy you were talking about before?
I did. Yeah, the same dealer that I've trusted many times, and everyone's like, "Don't trust this guy. He's going to rob you." I'm like, "Okay, just got to wait a little bit." I got this.
Okay,
I
fuck off. Yeah,
even had stickers on the
I
fucking
get it.
class still. Yeah.
So tell me this: how much did it end up costing you in the end?
I don't know.
34, you were saying 30.
I think it
No?
was around 35, 36K. Let's be honest, 36 grand. And I lost 12K in the process selling 3 of my watches since I'm a newbie. I lost like 12 grand. And I got this for 36. So let's say I pretty much paid retail for this since it's below retail now. Does that make sense
Can
to
I
you?
tell you something?
Yeah.
You could have put a 2-tone Daytona for 23 used.
Perry, have you heard that I don't like two-tones? Have you heard that yet or no?
Yeah, I heard you.
No,
I'm just saying.
doesn't.
As an
Terry,
example, think
Okay.
about it.
but let me ask you this: now that you've got it, do you actually? You got no other. You still got a day date, don't you?
No, I sold all the day date. I'm not a day date man. You can't shoot machine guns with the day dates on because the clasp busts open. So I needed
I
this
don't
glide
think you can
lock.
shoot machine guns. I don't think you can shoot with that thing either. You're going to damage it. But hey, what would I
No, I
know?
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't damage it.
Okay, you're the expert. You're suddenly the expert on everything now. Tell me this: this is your only watch. You're one watch man, is that right? I'm just having a whiskey, by the way. You're one watch man, is that right?
Archie, is
I
that
mean-
the Japanese whiskey?
Kind of, yeah.
No, that's actually
I don't
Macallan
count.
12. Really nice
Oh, okay.
whiskey.
Well, there you
I've
go.
had that before.
It's a really. That's
Archie,
beautiful.
what time is
Um,
Archie? Remind us what time it is.
The time it's 7:20 in the morning. What's wrong with that?
Holy fuck!
That's early.
Is this hair of the dog, or is this just? I don't know. Is this just a breakfast for you? I don't
Solid
know.
old dancer. Solid old prancer.
No one wears a watch anymore to tell the time.
So tell me this: are you happy with it now, Uzi? You
Yeah, look
happy
at
with
this.
the
Dude, what
one
are you
watch?
talking about? It's black and yellow, black and yellow. What do you mean? Look at that thing. It's amazing.
You love it or not?
Yeah, of course I love it. It's great.
So can you show us the box? Where's the box? Where's the box? Give us a look. What did it come with?
Upstairs. Hold on, give me a sec. I'll show the box. It's just a box. You don't give a fuck about
I
boxes.
must admit that's a pretty. It's a very beautiful watch. I must admit that is a extremely beautiful box, beautiful watch, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's
Terry, do
beautiful.
you have
What's
any
going on
Hamiltons?
there?
Here's a Hamilton, Terry. You see? Here's what I use to go diving.
How accurate is it? How accurate is it?
Accurate enough so I don't run out of air.
Okay. Oh, I can top that. Hey, wait. No, I can't top it. You're right.
Archie used to call the Hamiltons a reasonable choice type of shitter. It's a reasonable choice. That's what he used to say.
Yeah. So oh, we got Mike the Snake joining us. Hey, Mike, how are you,
Hey.
man?
I'm doing
But look, on
fucking,
the back, though, it's got a stingray.
I'm doing fucking great.
What's new, Mikey? Tell us what's new.
Just been working on cars, making forward progress, which is a really good feeling when you dive into a deep project.
Well, now, if it starts shooting a laser out of it, you'll be just like James Bond.
This is on the Porsche. This is on the Porsche.
No comment. I work on many cars.
Okay.
So I've been working on cars, yeah, and doing
The
some.
Nissan's fixed, isn't it? The Nissan is fixed. The Nissan is fixed.
Oh yeah, Nissan's fixed and cleaned out and smells like spearmint gum because I sprayed it with mint rat repellent, and everything around here smells like mint because rats hate mint. And but yeah,
Yes.
I am worked
I didn't
over the
know
last
that.
3.
Mm.
Yeah,
I got the white tag, Archie. I got the white tag. See it?
Oh,
white
cool!
tag.
You got the whole package.
Oh,
Yeah, it's everything.
beautiful.
It ain't
So-
fake. It ain't a
Nice.
I
goddamn
didn't say
phone.
it was fake. I know it's real.
It's a real one.
Nice score.
Yeah.
White tag. Stickers.
Chingao.
Mike, what's going to
Yeah.
convince you to go electric with these cars
Oh,
here?
fucking nothing, dude. Especially after
It's a
what I'm working on
mechanical
right now,
masterpiece.
dude. What I'm working on right now does 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds.
So does my F-150 that's electric. I don't know. I didn't
Well,
do any
no,
work
but
to it.
I don't want to do it electrically. I want to do it with a bunch of noise and smoke and fucking burning tires and shit. I don't want no electric fucking bullshit.
Hey, the Tesla Plaid is hard to beat, Mike.
It is. No,
Unfortunately, yeah, it's hard
I-
to beat the Tesla Plaid.
Now, this car, I actually would venture to go ahead and race a Tesla, but in any other car, I wouldn't even bother because they are blindingly fast.
Wait, you just said you'd race a Tesla Plaid? You think you're going to beat a Tesla Plaid?
Well, maybe not.
No, you wouldn't. Not a chance. Not a
I know
chance.
that. Dude, the power to weight ratio of this other thing is double what the Plaid is. Okay, so
It's like a 7-second car, isn't it? A 7-second quarter mile.
well, it's not a drag car; it's a road race car.
Yeah.
So it won't go.
Here we go. We've got Frank V, $5. Proper unboxing for Uzi, full screen. Yeah, we want a proper unboxing. We want to do the whole unboxing, Uzi. Put the watch in the box, and then we can see it and show us the books and everything there.
Yeah, no, I'll give it to you. The new electric cars are fucking blazingly fast, and they can make them even faster. So there's not even a comparison. I won't even bother to try to compare. But smoke and gasoline and high octane and
I miss none of that. I miss none of the maintenance either.
not me. I love it. I'm in my element when I'm laying on my back underneath the car, fucking, and welding on shit and fixing stuff and making it better, and yeah.
I get my fill with that goddamn BMW motorcycle. Believe me, that's enough for 5 cars.
Well, I got my Ducati for that too.
Yeah, no, I'm all set with that.
I'm set in every way.
Something interesting. I had a Datejust Rolex, a real one, but mine was from 1967, and I boiled a pot of water one day. I dropped it in there. It didn't hurt the watch. So they are as rugged.
I don't think it does it any good, but I don't think it would have done it any good, mind you. Okay, when you say it didn't hurt it, I think that might be a little bit of a stretch, but I certainly wouldn't be doing that on a regular basis, would you? I like the way, how do you know it didn't hurt it? Did you tear it apart? Firstly, are you a watchmaker qualified to give opinions? Secondly, did you tear it down and do a full analysis on it? Or are you just talking through your ass, saying this and saying that when you have no idea? You assume it wasn't hurt because it's still working.
Well, I didn't think it would hurt it because, they say Rolex is rugged.
Yeah, but you don't want to be a dickhead.
What was hurt?
You don't want to be a dickhead, but
okay.
You don't want to be a dickhead.
What's Archie talking about being hurt?
Well, he said he put it in boiling water. I said, well, I don't know. I said, how are you qualified to say it wasn't damaged? How are you qualified to say it wasn't damaged?
It gave me the idea of how hard it is to boil an oyster.
I'll see you ladies later. I'm going to the casino. Thanks. Bye.
See you.
I don't think Terry's being real. I think Terry's fucking with you. Terry, you didn't put that in boiling water. You're not that crazy, are you?
Well, even if he was, Rolex probably handle it, but it would be a stupid thing to do. It'd be a really irresponsible, stupid, expensive thing to do.
We got Watch Nick, $1 super sticker. Thank you, Watch.
It had the 1570 movement in it.
It doesn't matter if water gets in there. It doesn't matter what the fucking movement is.
Yeah, Terry, that'll ruin the seals immediately. I mean, I don't know what's the matter with you if you're serious.
Yep. I did it all with my lathe machine. I built everything from scratch. Just reading the chat.
I got to ask you something. You know what? I would seriously say, guys, we really need to get some serious heavy-hitting watches. Let me ask you this, Terry. What the hell are you doing to get a Breguet? How are you moving forward?
Well, I don't want a Breguet. I want an Omega Speedmaster.
Archie, would it help if I bought a Submariner? Would it help if I bought a Submariner?
It would help. It would be good. It would be good. We got Patrick Bateman joining us from New Zealand. Great guy. I was talking to him yesterday. You know, guys, have you ever heard of credit cards? Have you heard of credit cards? You can always put it on credit card. What stops you applying for a... I don't understand it.
Nothing, because I can't take anything out of my retirement account because I have £3.7 million in a retirement account. I can't take it out until I'm 70. So,
hello, Mr. Paul. Hello, Mr. Paul. I'm looking for Mr. Uzi. I'm looking for Mr. Uzi. Can he give? I need his credit card details.
47%.
Terry, I need Mr. Uzi's credit card details.
3.5 million at 70 years old. You could buy a nice yacht and live the slow life, the slow, easy life. But 3.5 million today at your age now, you can have some younger guy fun.
I think it's gross, so that way I can move to Naples, Italy when I'm home. This is a good place. Move to Naples, Italy.
Stick the 3.5 aside and work hard and make more and play with that. Then just like probably is your plan, right?
Well, here's the way I look at it. You know, if you work for an entire year, then you just save the 6,000 or 8,000 or whatever dollars or pounds, and then you save it.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't have any credit cards.
Hello, Mr. Uzi. I can have your credit card details, Mr. Uzi.
Looks like you missed him. He went to the casino.
Where is Mr. Uzi? I need Uzi.
Uzi left. He went to
the casino.
Yeah, the casino.
Okay. Mr. Uzi can go get fucked. Mike, can you give me credit card details?
Sure, yeah, no problem.
All the time.
Hey, Terry, shut the fuck up. Mike, can you give me credit card details?
Yeah. 8
Okay.
6
8 6
0 0
0 0
I'm saying
0
by
1 0
you wanted to have more than just one.
4 2 2 3 1 4 9 9
1499. Okay, and sort code?
But I don't believe in the Apple Watch. I think people should not buy an Apple Watch. Because it makes them look like Revenge of the Nerds.
0627.
0620. Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, no problem, man.
Let me ask you this. Why are we putting watches in boiling hot water?
I think
this is ridiculous. We've got Rancher joining us. Hello, Mr. Rancher.
Hey, someone told me Sod was on here. Is Sod here?
Yes, sir. You betcha.
Where's Sod? Where's Sod? I haven't seen Sod in it
We've got another super chat. Uzi's Playhouse, $10. Casino Time. And we've got Dodger, $7.50 super sticker, Polish risottos. That's like the Italian food risotto, isn't it? Polish risottos.
The wife thing, I think. Anyway, I don't see Sod, so all right. Bye.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
Neil before Sod,
Rancher. Award the Mob Boss win.
Mob Boss? What about Mob Boss?
Well, do you think they would wear a solid gold president, or would they wear some
well, the mob actually used to give out Methatiso as gifts to one another.
But didn't they also do the giveaway solid gold Audemars, and they the Daytonas and stuff.
I don't know. I think you should go ask Uncle Vinny, and then he'll tell you.
Yeah. I can't. Most of the Italian mobsters are dead these days or in prison dying.
Well, either that or they're politicians. Yeah.
Or they're politicians or lobbyists in America. They're making more money. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Or the lawyers.
or lawyers, yeah.
Is that what you like to watch, Terry? You like to watch those kind of movies? Yeah. Which one's your favorite?
Oh, I would say Capone, but he's long dead.
I think you should watch Mean Streets.
Your favorite
Watch Mean
gangster
Streets.
Capone?
Capone, yeah. I actually
What
got to
about the
see
Cray brothers? What about the Cray brothers? The Cray
Well,
brothers.
The reason
Reggie.
why I bring up Capone is because I got to see his mansion in Miami. You can go fly down to Miami and see the mansion.
What about the
It's
Cray
one of his
brothers?
Yeah,
What
Terry,
about
Terry, what
Thomas
about the
Shelby?
Cray brothers?
Al Capone is he's that
you
old
see,
mobster,
down in
right?
Miami when they filmed in America, they filmed the 1995 movie Bad Boys, the first one. They showed the Capone estate, the mansion.
Okay.
Thomas Shelby and the Peaky Blinders.
My grandmother was a nurse, like many years ago, and she tended to Al Capone after a
Yes.
shootout.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they all came busting into the hospital, and said, "Take care of this guy," and at gunpoint, and she tended to a bullet hole in him, and then they all went running back out as the story went from her.
You know what was funny? My great-grandfather used to work in a textile mill where they used the same cloth where they made Lucky Luciano shirts that were hand-tailored in London.
Nice.
Yeah, same material.
Yeah, everybody's got little connections to different things in life. My step
What's
grandfather's
also funny, and he would not wear anything off the rack. He was so particular about his fitting. Like the shirt had to look right with the suit and everything. I mean, to look like the boss.
What about the Cray brothers? Terry, what about the Cray brothers? Why don't you like the Cray brothers?
Well, I mean, they were crazy. I mean, England had like its own sort of version of Murphy as well, right?
But, Reggie and the two Cray brothers, you remind me like one of the Cray. Are you related to them at all?
Which one? Am I the one that's driving the getaway car? The XJ6. The XJ6 driver, the O driver, the XJ6. The Jag. You remember that one? That was before.
I'm going to tell you, Terry.
It had like 300 horsepower back then. That was a lot for a Jag.
Are you talking about an E-Type?
No, this was an XJ6. It was the saloon model.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going back like 45 years ago.
Yeah. It's the one that kind of had the older car looks of kind of pointy front end. Yeah, yeah.
The only problem was most people who bought them, like and had them imported to America, they had a really bad oxidation and rust problem in the United States. I'm sure you know that, but
yeah, probably like Lancia. They have
like
the
a really
same
bad
problem.
oxidation problem.
And early Porsches, before they started coating the steel, like with an oxide coating, all the cars were rust buckets.
Since you're an auto mechanic, okay, and you worked on just about every car in the world, I'd say, okay, let me ask you this. The proper S-Class, W126 or W140?
I don't know.
Compared to-
I don't know nothing about birthing no Mercedes. Sorry. I've worked on Porsches and some newer BMWs, and but I've not don't have any time working on Mercedes cars. So
Well, here's the thing, though. If you ask any Mercedes-Benz mechanic who's worked on for like 50 years or so, they will tell you the new S-classes are junk. The older ones, like
Sure.
the W126, the W140,
Oh, of
They would-
course. Anything from the
it's just like the-
W140 was junk. W140 had biodegradable wiring loom.
Yeah.
it's just like
yeah.
the old E46 M3s, like the old BMW M3s. Those are better. Those are way better than today's M3s, even though, yes, today's newer M3s are way faster and stuff, but those older ones, classic and to die for, and yeah, it's the same argument, the same kind of.
My
Same-
Here's the
BMW
same
motorbike
comparison
has
I've noticed over the years with Mercedes-Benz. They overcharge their customers for everything and don't guarantee the work. They don't.
and water
Even
is
if you
and
take
water
it
is
back
wet.
to
Terry.
the dealership.
Yeah, and water is wet. Yeah, my Beamer motorbike has
They,
biodegradable wiring loom
the
too, which
warranty
doesn't make me very happy.
It's so shitty now with Mercedes that, like, even close to after 100,000 miles, they don't guarantee everything.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, like I've had a few. I had a 135i and a 135IS, and they had problems with their high pressure fuel pumps for the direct injection, and they did warrant those to 100,000 miles. Whoever owns it, doesn't matter. They did. If it died, you just took it in and they put a new one in because they knew they made a fucked up product.
Yeah.
And if it happened to die on, a high number of them, the no questions asked, 100,000 miles, they just plop a new one in.
What about Cadillac? Scotty Kilmer on YouTube. What about Cadillac? Everyone has a negative
Cadillac is
opinion.
garbage
positive
now.
opinion.
Modern Cadillacs are
Are
garbage.
they that bad, really?
Cadillacs are
Cadillac cars?
garbage.
I had a 72 Coupe de Ville that was fucking awesome. Had a 502 V8 in it, big giant V8. It was a land yacht, and they didn't make them better, than Cadillacs back then. The new Cadillacs, there's a couple that I like. The CTS I would own in a second. They're running the same LS V8 as the Camaro. 600-700 horsepower. Those things are monsters. The little CTS coupe, man, they look like a little race car just standing still. But otherwise, I'm not into sedans. Anything with 4 doors, doesn't even like get my attention. Doesn't even get a glance. But yeah,
I heard a rumor. I don't know how true this is. I heard a rumor years ago about the Audi 200. You remember that car, the Audi 200? The same one Timothy Dalton drove in The Living Daylights, that one in the beginning of the film. Remember that car?
I think so. And then it became the 2000.
I heard a rumor about the American government. They regulated the cars in the United States because the headlights were, like, even back then, 37% brighter than anything that was in any American car.
And
they said they
Susie, are we going to do an unboxing?
Mr. Archie, I wanted to apologize for that half-ass unboxing. I'm getting trolled by the old lady. She knows it. She knows that I was going to spend all night on the fucking stream. She's cock blocking me. Now I gotta go hang out with her. She's fucking me over here.
Oh man,
she's fucking me out of stream time. She knows what she's doing. I'm getting trolled. All right.
Well, that's why she's your wife.
Yeah. Fuck. She does.
No worries, Susie.
Gotta
Whatever
love
you
your
need to
wife.
do, man.
She knows what she's doing. She's fucking me over here. See you guys.
Got to keep your wife happy. You know how it goes. Happy wife, happy life.
One of the funniest quotes I ever heard from Archie was, "At least in Thailand, I was appreciated by the ladies of the night." And oh yeah, my wife is pretty good too. My wife is pretty cool too. One of the best quotes ever. Yeah,
that's great. Anyways, Archie, yeah, I've only got a few minutes with you today. I've got to go.
Thank you.
I've got to go take my mom out, and I take my mom for a walk, and I take my dog for a smoke. That's the joke between my mom and I, because she's got every other kind of cancer except lung cancers, and she still likes to smoke a cigarette or two a day. So I take her out every day for a cigarette. But when I call her, I say, "Are you ready for a walk?" Toby's ready for his smoke. Toby the dog, right?
Yes.
I got it. It's just an inside joke between us. It's funny.
Man, that's
How are
fantastic,
you?
Mike.
Toby.
I got to tell you, Mike, it's really good to hear you looking after your mum. And man, I'm really pleased. I could have paid for a few meals for you, Mikey.
It's greatly appreciated, Arch. Very much so.
That
We
means a
very
lot.
much,
It means
very
a lot
much
that you
enjoyed the
guys
food.
had some fun.
Yep. Yeah, much appreciated.
We got Mike Goldberg joining us. Thank you, Marky. We got Marky on here.
Good
Gentlemen,
evening, Mr. Goldberg.
gentlemen, and ladies, and those of us who are in between. Terry, Tooser,
Yes.
Tosser, how are we all?
It's Tooser. Jesus.
What's a better? Oh, Angela.
I'm
said,
trying
what's a
to
better
find
plug?
out what his favorite brand of cigars is.
Romeo y Julieta.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I want to do an experiment today, guys. I tell you. I want to do an experiment to show you that Breguet isn't as terrible as you think it is, okay?
You're going to put it in boiling water. You're going to give
Rolex.
to do that.
It's worse.
So I wanted to have a look. Let's go and have a look. I'm going to bring this up on the screen. I'm
where'd
going to
you
have a
get
look
that?
here.
It's a marathon. It's a
Okay,
marathon.
we're going to just have a look at
And
a
that's the
couple of...
ones with the tritium dial, correct?
Correctamundo.
we're going to have a look at some Breguets here. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look. So, okay. We're going to pick a few Breguets here, right? So we've got the Breguet. This is the 2067. 2067. So the retail, this is all Aussie dollars, by the way. That is 60,700. Okay. We've also, I'm just going to pick a couple models here that I've got just so we can have some clarity. The Rose Gold 7057. That is 51,900. Okay. And we'll also pick the 7147. 39,600. So these are Aussie. So about the currency is roughly 2/3. Okay, so okay. Now what I wanted to do is just as an experiment, just to show you, we also wanted to have a look at a paddock. Just want to see whether let's go and have a look. They've got Rolex. I want to. They have paddock. They don't have paddock. Okay, we've got to go to Hourglass. I just want to show you something. We want to talk about depreciation. Depreciation seems to be a depreciation. It's a problem. You know, depreciation is a big thing. So I'm just going to look this up. I just want to compare the depreciation of these watches, and we can see that, hey, Breguet's not that bad, okay? Breguet isn't that bad. And, okay, let's have a look. Let's look at some paddocks. We're going to look at a paddock. We're going to pick two paddocks. Just as a comparison, I want to do
Grand
this
Competition
as a comparison.
in New York at Tiffany. They're asking
Now,
82,700 out the door in platinum.
So now fuck me dead. These are so expensive.
And none of them are on
Okay,
a
so
bracelet either.
These watches here.
It's a dress watch, Mikey.
I know.
Yeah, they don't
Let's
come
have
in
a
a
look.
cigar
We've got
box.
a.
What kind of good is that?
They got the
Exactly.
world
I mean,
time with the date. That's a
Shark mess is kind of
5330G. And the price on that is $123,300. There's an annual calendar, a 5-3. Okay, so that's actually, let's have a look here. That's a, what else is something interesting? I want something interesting we can, okay, here's a 5205.
It's all world time.
5205R, and that's $95,600. This is from Paddock. We're just going to go back. I just want to show you this stuff because at the end of the day, I think you guys have a false sense that Paddock is so indestructible as far as the price goes.
Well,
and the reality is,
where did we get
a
that
lot of these
from,
watches
Archie?
here, here's Tans. We're going to have a look here. Mike. I'm just writing this down so we can have a look. 5320G. That's 162,000.
Now, is that
this
which
Aussie
one is
dollars,
the
okay?
Paddock race car watch?
Now, you just keep quiet, Terry. There's nothing you can say that would interest us at the moment. We're going to compare. So we're going to jump onto chrono. Okay, so I'm just going to do some conversions. Just give me some conversions.
That was pretty
okay?
funny. I got to, Archie, that was good. You're on a roll right now.
Finally.
Yes. I got to tell you something. With a lot of these watches here, the terrible thing is, I'm just going to convert these. That gold, that converts to 38,500 US.
You need a
some
green
of these
visor,
things are
Archie.
not.
I mean, the difference is one is a Paddock and the other is a not. Generational wealth.
Yeah, but see, all of a sudden, Paddock has like become crap, and Breguet has become the ultimate watch.
Mike. This is the Breguet.
I don't
arc.
know about that because I often hear the opposite between Vacheron and
Mike, this is the Breguet arc. We're in the Breguet chapter or phase. You got to roll with it, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
He's the conductor, and you got to dance to the. Okay.
This Patek is this is a Patek right here, right?
Yes.
So to put it in perspective, that new world time in America, that is 78,000 US. I'm just converting the currencies over, right? 95.6. I'm just converting these over. Then we're going to jump on. The annual calendar is $60,000, and the world and the perpetual calendar that Tan has got. These are fucking expensive watches. You realize this, don't you? These are not for poor people. These are not for people who are, on benefits. You know what I'm saying? These are not for people who are struggling.
yes,
The US is 103,000 for the perpetual. That's a lot of money. Now, okay.
Not for Amex. It's not for that.
Now, we're now going to have a look. We're going to go into chrono and see what is the cheapest. Because what I want to compare is the depreciation factor. Okay? So let's have a look here. Patek 5330G. What are they selling for on chrono? Let's have a look. Now, I'm going to put this into US dollars because that's what you people like. Let's put this into US. Let's have a look here. So I want to see what the depreciation is like. 5330. What do you get this second hand for? And the cheapest 5330, low to high. Let's have a look.
what about the Vacheron overseas?
Okay, so that's a bit of an anomaly. 58 is at 60,000, but we'll say We'll ignore him. We won't go for the absolute. I reckon the money is in the 70s. Okay. Okay, so see that there, the low 70s. Okay, so low 70s. That's not far off retail. You see what I mean? Okay, so that watch is not selling. Then we go for a 5205. Let's have a look at this.
Did that watch have a waffle dial? Archie, did that last watch have a waffle dial? I couldn't really see. The pictures are so tiny.
Okay, let's have a look what this is going for. So 5. So there's 60,000 retail. You can get them for about 40.
Statistics and numbers.
40s.
Numbers by the Pontiff.
Okay, we're just looking at the depreciation curve.
Actually, if you
and then
just
we're
go to
looking
watch
at the final one, 5320.
Can I tell you something?
This is
Most
the 110's
people
got.
buy these until they're...
No interrupting, Terry.
What do these go for? Let's have a look. We're going to search by price. Okay. So these here are going for, you can get these fuckers up for 50s. Okay. 50,000. So you look at this, right? With Paddock, the perpetual calendar is selling for half. Okay. You can get the same reference for half. Okay. 50s. 50s. The annual calendar is selling for 40, so it's lost a third of its value. And then the World Times, well, actually, it's holding its own. It's about 78. It's about 10% drop. Okay. Now let's have a look. What do we get some Breguets for? So Breguets, let's go for a Breguet 2067. That's the gold. Let's have a look. What are they going for? And these here, I tell you, these are going for. Okay, so we want a gold one.
We want comparable to what you just pulled up in
Okay,
Patek.
we've got to do the search a little bit differently. Let me. That's okay. Just relax. Low to high. So let's have a look. So these are the steel ones firstly coming up. Okay. Well, let's see when gold sneaks in, okay? Okay, it's coming up. Look at this, see? Okay, so gold is sneaking in. Okay, you can get them for the 30s. Low 30s, okay? The 7, okay, so low 30s. So we've lost half our money on Breguet, okay? But you know what? On some of the Paddocks, we're losing just as much, okay? Let's have a look at a Breguet 7057. What's the cheapest on chrono? Let's have a look. Let's just have a look here.
The watch market is dead. It's dead.
Because what I'm trying to say is the depreciation. Okay, so these here, what's the cheapest we can get one for? Let's have a look. Low to high, cheapest here. They're looking around about the $13,000 mark. 13,000. And considering that it was 33,000 new, that's a bit of a nasty loss. Okay. So that's half. Half. We've done half our money. Do you see, Breguet? We're losing half. And then finally, it's 7147.
Statistics and numbers by the Pontiff.
Let's have a look.
I never knew.
Here, what's the worst depreciation we can have here? Depreciation curve. Here we're looking about, these are about $12,000.
The punters are dropping like flies.
Which isn't really, this is US dollars. It was 25 US new.
Private chat me.
We're doing, see, so I got to be honest with you, the depreciation curve isn't that bad. 50%, okay? You know what? Can I tell you something? You know my Beamer? I've lost more than half.
It's gone.
Okay.
Lost the whole damn thing.
I lost more than half.
Super chat. Thank God. Super chat. Please stop this and do the super chat.
Here we go. We got a super chat from Ken Fresno. $5. If you met Terry Stern in cargo shorts, would you then meet Gregory Kissling in a thong? You betcha. You betcha I would.
Archie, watch
So
charts.
can you see the depreciation not as
Yes,
bad
listen,
as you think
listen.
it is it?
If you look up the market on watch charts, it says that Breguet market index is down 6.5% in the last 1 year. But so was Patek.
There you go.
The difference is that the Patek value retention in the last year bumped up by 13.5%. So Patek is doing better on the secondary market by percentage than is Breguet. Watch chart. When you're done, look those two brands up on watchchart.com.
Jago LUXURIA's taking a beating lately. They're not selling. That's
because the watch market is dead. It's dead. I'm telling you, it's dead.
You know what, Mark? The 12,500,000 is the most expensive Patek on Joma. I'm sitting here like, oh my God.
Are you tempted? Are you
That's
tempted?
crazy.
Are you going to sell that Cuervo? You going to sell that shitter and like put that $1,200 towards the 12 million?
No, I'll stick with the shitter. Believe me.
Super chat. If I liquidated everything, including my organs, it's not $12 million.
We got a super chat from Rich Mitch, £2. He says, how much to kick Terry? We need £10.
Yeah, and you don't really mean kick him off. I think you mean physically. Never mind.
You'd have to get your family to jump in with some organs, right, Mark? You know,
See, look at this here. Look what we got
everybody
here.
in your family to donate a kidney, and you might be able to.
I don't know, but I think a kidney's only like 30 grand, Mike.
Oh man, fuck. You're fucked.
I'll never have that JLC ever now.
Hey, Arch, I gotta go. I'll be back if I can. Okay.
Bye, Mike.
Mark.
Hey, no worries, man. Now the retail prices are all wrong here. This is garbage.
Okay,
it's
there,
not
Terry's just
37. Retail on these watches. Sorry.
I was just checking in on Terry, make sure he was alive and well. Super chat. We have a super chat.
We got Rich Mitch. Fuck off, Terry.
No,
I'm sorry,
not
Terry. It's time to
Terry.
leave.
Fuck you, Rich.
Bye.
There
Oh
we
my God.
go.
Can I just say, Rich Mitch, you're a cruel man, and I love you for it deeply. Your cruelty delights me.
I got to tell you, Mark, so the Breguet depreciation isn't as bad as you think it is.
Only
A lot of
6.5%.
those Pateks, you lose. Sorry?
Well, because Pateks are more money to begin with. And Terry, we're not adding you to the stage. I got to kick you out, buddy. No. Come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Sorry, Terry.
Yeah, no, I
got to be honest with you.
I'd rather have a Patek.
The Patek market is not as good as you think it is, okay? They are fucking hard movers.
Don't you like them better? Don't you like a Patek better than a Breguet in general? Isn't the Breguet just like more accessible, and that's why you have it?
I like the Breguets. I like the Pateks.
Hang on
They're
one
both
sec,
beautiful.
Archie. Terry, I'm going to kick you out of the studio, and if you come back in, I'm going to ban you from the studio. Don't come back in until tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes.
Rich Mitch, 20 pounds. I mean, we gotta honor our guy. Terry, don't come back, or I
We gotta
ban you.
honor our
and
guy.
can't. Yeah, please come back tomorrow, please. We want you.
Tell me this, Archie. Would you get a dress watch? Someone like you needs a dress
No,
watch.
I don't. I never dress. What are you talking about? It'd be for my funeral only. I haven't had a tie.
I'm thinking
on
about
since
wearing a
last-
tuxedo today. What do you reckon, guys? I got to go to a fancy shindig. I'm thinking about wearing a tuxedo.
You
What
do
kind
look
of a
lovely in
shindig?
that.
I'm going to the Grand Hyatt.
It's not
For
your
a buffet?
It's not your goodbye party, is it?
Sounds like a buffet.
Sorry?
It's not
it
like
the
a goodbye, is it? Like, is it something a happy?
Yeah,
or
it's a
sad?
goodbye party. I might wear my Breguet.
Hey, have you shown
Tuxedo.
the Japan Breguet commercial where you're real in that dapper suit? Have we seen that yet today?
Which one?
The Japan one. You're very dapper in that suit.
Oh no, that's actually the start of all of them. They're all in there. Which one would you like? I'll give you a choice. Sydney. I've got Sydney. I've got Singapore. I'll show you. Look at this one. Try this. Marky, I went on that chairlift and I discovered I am scared of fucking heights.
Oh, I could have told you that ahead of time.
Fuck me dead. That was scary.
You're going to drive
and you know, the only
south,
thing worse
join me
than
on the
being
ski
scared
slope.
of heights is actually filming it, and then you realize, hang on a minute.
Archie, what's going to take you down the ski
turn
slope?
the camera off, close my eyes, and just so let's just talk.
Yeah, I would have had
nicely.
to close my. I would have closed my eyes.
Really?
Sure. I can't even deal with a ski lift. You know, like a ski place. You know, I hate
Both
that.
of you guys, huh?
They're scary, aren't they?
We're very tender. We're very tender-hearted. We are like city men who, you know, if we see a potted plant, we're worried there could be like a spider in there. You know.
Well, I'll give you some nightmare fuel. We had 2 incidents, I think actually 3 incidents of chairlift problems. There were 2 that fell off, and one of them with the bubble that fell off of the gondola.
Oh, see, that would never be a problem.
How is that possible? How is that even possible, Torsa?
So the chairlift fell off at Attitash, one at Cannon, I think, and then the other one, I don't know where the bubble fell off, but
he called you a torso.
and Wildcat. Yeah, those 3.
Was anyone hurt?
Oh, I'm sure they were hurt. I mean, holy hell, I'm sure they were hurt. I don't think anyone died, but
they were
I'm sure it's a lawsuit. Yeah.
Well, Archie,
that's nasty.
And you do walk a little funny in that video. It's like you're mincing a little bit. There's like a certain pep in your step. There's a mince. There's a certain insouciance. The French call it a certain something. Yeah, you have that little something in your step.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am going out. I've picked the watches for wearing today. So what do you think, Marky?
Hold on. Let's full screen. Oh, we've got the well, I wish you'd wear that Rolex. I mean, I know it's a little girly, but at least it's a Rolex. Yeah, good. The traditional and the Pearl Master. Very nice.
Actually, that's a president. Diamond president with factory bezel. That's factory bezel.
No, it's a date just. I don't see the day on there. It's a president.
It's a ladies. It's a ladies.
It's a date just.
It's a 26 mil.
Yeah, but it's a date. It's not a day date. It's on a president bracelet.
That's what my friend's wearing. It's they don't make a ladies' day date.
Don't they? Yes, they do.
No.
Really? No kidding.
The ladies is only a date just.
They don't care what day it is. Who knew? Well, I don't track ladies' fashions. Unlike some people. Yeah, no, it's nice. I wish they would loom under the diamonds. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful watch.
Hey, we got some super chats to look at.
Okay, so that's the watches. Marky. I got to tell you,
tell me.
Tomorrow is my last day here.
Oh dear. Going home?
I'm sad.
Back to that hell hole.
Trip. I had a good trip, guys. I had a really good trip.
Anytime
it's
you're
always stressful, though. It's stressful whenever you're traveling.
Well, because back to reality.
Well, not only that, you don't know what the hell's waiting for you back wherever.
Oh, he knows. He knows. He knows.
Marky, I got to tell you something. I've done some shopping. We've got some super chats. Esterex $5. Torsa, What's your watch pick with a $5,000 budget, new or used? Go. What would you pick? $5,000.
Oh boy, the most expensive watch that I've ever purchased is that Cuervos y Sobrinos GMT.
I was gonna say you got 5 of those.
Yeah, I've never had a watch budget quite as high as $5K, but you know, I think probably if I had 5,000 that I could just, you know, that I had to, like, if it was only for that, I don't know. I mean, if I were in a Rolex boutique, I would just probably get a date just.
No, you wouldn't. Not for $5,000.
Not for $5,000. That's like 10, isn't it, Mark?
I could find an older one. I could
A
find an
bubble
older
back, maybe a
acrylic.
1945 bubble back, you know, on a leather strap. Yeah, maybe.
I found some that are made in the 70s around here and I think I'd get a pretty good bargain if I got one at that price.
Well, they were made in the 70s. They were also made in China. So, $5,000.
No, I think realistically, you could get for $5,000. You could get Speedy, couldn't you? Speedy, Mark, in America.
Yeah, you could.
I wouldn't.
You could find one.
A
Tudor or a Seamaster.
You could buy that Zenith.
I would get a. Oh, absolutely. I would consider a. What do they call it? A Zenith Primero.
You could buy a Breitling. You could get a Breitling chronograph.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Oh, you'd rather have your Cuervo y Tocino, your bacon.
I would rather have that, but I would also rather have a Zenith.
I think Breitling's got a lot of pizzazz to it.
You'd rather have a Breitling over a Zenith.
Yeah, well, no, but yeah, I
never.
Different style of watch, but I'd rather have a Breitling Super Ocean over a Zenith Diver.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Let's see, what else could you have? You could buy almost any Tudor. You could have.
Hell no to that. And hell no to no long jeans of any kind. Because that's a no-no.
Mighty bold talk for a man wearing, you know, like a made-up never mind. Enjoy your
what? Listen, you guys are all about heritage, this and that. I don't want to hear any of this kind of stuff.
Don't make me insult you. Don't make me do it.
I don't think you got anything, Mark. I don't think you got anything with that. Right. I don't think so.
You have all that brand prestige of that Cuban refugee that started his watch brand in 1969, was kicked out by Batista. Whatever the story is.
1886.
You enjoy it. Most people watching the stream can't even spell it.
You know, in the quartz crisis, I don't want to go through the whole list of all the brands that decided to stop and start up again later.
You enjoy your non-illumined red Arabic numbers with your canvas strap that cost about 30 cents. You just enjoy it. Don't worry.
They all source from the same people, Mark. They all source.
The bracelet's right out of China.
I make the point again with Baum and Mercier and Panerai. They share the same office.
I would way rather have a Baum and Mercier.
And I wouldn't mind a Baum and Mercier, but not for 5,000 probably.
I know, but we know. Listen, here's what we know. You are a very, very, very conservative buyer, and that $1,200 that you spent on that Cuervo y Tocino was 18. A lot. You know, okay. Well, 18. It felt like but you got a discount. You said, and it felt like a lot to you. And I don't want to make fun of that. You love it, so enjoy it.
But for me, it is. The downside is limited, and the upside is limited.
But the question was $5,000. What will you spend? And you just don't have an answer because you can't imagine it.
Well, I told you what I would do. I would get an older date just. I think that would be the first thing I would, or a Milgauss even. Absolutely a Milgauss. Love a Milgauss.
It's going to happen. Milgauss. I don't think you're going to find a Millie for $5,000. Let's go on chrono, Archie. Let's go on
if you haggle like if you're going to do what Archie says and haggle like a bitch, you're going to haggle like a bitch.
I don't think so.
Do it.
I think if you look at chrono, you will find that you are maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a 1951 out there that's like, you know, frankened up. Maybe
there's one at the AD I saw the other day for 65.
No, a 1951 would probably be worth 30,000, Mark. They're actually quite expensive.
I'm just
seriously,
saying,
let's go and have a look.
He found one for 6,500, which is, by the way, an entire Cuervo y Tocino.
The cheapest
over the
Rolex.
price.
Let's go and have a look. What is the cheapest Rolex, right?
There'll be a bubble back for like 2,500, 3,000.
Bubble backs are expensive, Mark. They're not cheap.
Well, they're going up now, but you'll find some really crappy old like, for example, my 34 millimeter date two-tone. You know, it's a 1985 or something like that. You could probably find that for like 3,500, 4,000, certainly under 5. But it's 34 millimeter. It's teeny.
I'll put it this way, Mark. None of my
you're only getting parts. They have so many parts.
None of the pieces I've ever bought, Mark, have I ever lost money on. I'll say that.
You buy and sell and trade on eBay. It's some of these micro brands, people like them, and you can't get out of them. It's true.
I think one of my best ones, I paid
Cheapest
like three
Rolexes, Mark. They got these little.
It's got to be at least 34 millimeter.
These little precision, Marky. Look at this.
Let's share screen. Oh, look how cute they are. Well, see there, it's well under 5,000. But how big are they?
That's what she
So
said.
let's set a few criteria. So it needs to be size, case size. Well, let's be realistic. It needs to be 36.
39. 36,
39? You wanted 39? Oh, well, then you're getting out of your budget now.
Okay, let's put that in, okay? Apply filter. It's got to be at least 36 mil, okay?
Agreed.
Filter. Brand. Rolex. Model.
I have a Longines GMT. I kind of like it, and I spent less on it.
Why the fuck?
You spent
How do we specify it has to be a watch type? Watch type.
I just
it's got to be a men's. Okay, there we go. Apply filter.
That happens
Let's
to be
go.
one of the few things that Archie and I agree on. I will not buy it.
Okay, so basically the cheapest. There's an Oyster Perpetual. These are about low twos. But see, these are fucking small. These are really small.
Well, they have to be at least 36, right? Or they wouldn't have come up.
Well, see, this is false. See that 1,500? They're not fucking 36. They're 34, okay?
Bastards. But you can find one for 5,000. He's not wrong. You can find something.
You got to look, but you'll find it.
It's not going to be
not
great.
that attitude.
No, there's probably nothing. There's nothing there I'd really want to wear. But again, my 34 millimeter date, it's 2-ton. It's on a Jubilee. It's nice enough.
Talking about Milgauss. Archie, Milgauss is actually really expensive watch.
He's not going to find a milli for $5,000. No way.
How about that Panerai I showed you, the PVD Panerai? That's an easy one, but that's below 5 though. So if I'm going to try to get to the 5,
okay, so you're looking at the cheapest milli is 7. You're looking at 7. Okay, 7.
I'm surprised it's that low.
$7,000.
Close enough.
That's not terrible. Is that terrible? $7,000 for a milli?
That's what they're listed at. Just like what you said, that's what keeps them up there.
I don't think you're going to get it for 5. Mark, what do you reckon you get the cheapest milli? Probably 6 and a bit? 6 and a quarter?
6.5. I mean, these guys will let
missing box, missing papers.
Yeah,
so you don't want the cheapest one, but Mark, do you?
Well, no, it's the cheapest one, but no.
You need some reasonable condition. You do, but all right. Personally, I think you have to spend like around 10 to get a Rolex that I'd want to wear.
I'm trying to get as close to the 5. That's why I didn't list some of the other brands like Panerai that you already know you could get way below that by thousands. So if I had to push the budget, this is where I would be.
Well, Esoteric, you sure got your money's worth out of that super chat. Thank you for doing it. But we have others that we should get to, or another. Here, I'll put it up. Super chat on the board.
We've got another one here. We got Rich Mitch, £2. Mark is referring to AC3's Donneuse de Sucre.
Je ne sais.
You say that, Marky.
His je ne sais quoi, but he put
je ne sais quoi.
No, he put je ne sais queer.
What the fuck?
It's that certain something, that certain insouciance, the je ne sais quoi. That's what the French say, the je ne sais quoi. But he made a play. He made a play on words. And he made a je ne sais queer. Yes, good joke. Well done. Well done, Rich Mitch.
Do we have another one? Another super?
No, we do not.
I got to tell you something. Marky, if you were coming into this hobby fresh now, right? Just pretend, right?
Yes.
How many watches would you want? See, I'd probably one steel Rolex, how many would you really want?
If I knew then what I know now, I would have, the first Archie luxury video I turned on, I would have just turned it off. And I would have found some French porn. No, German. I would have found perverted, disgusting, nasty German porn instead, because it would have been healthier for my mind. And I would have one Seiko watch that every time it broke, every 5 years, I'd just throw it out and get another one, like I did when I was in college. And I would be much, much happier than I am today. And I would have a lot more money in the stock market than in my fucking safe, doing nothing, losing money. Yeah, of course I regret that. And I blame you. It has a lot to do with you.
Tell me this: what do you think of Uzi's black sub? Do you like it? As a fellow gold sub owner, what do you think of his gold?
Well, wait, what is? He's got the gold, full gold, but black dial, black bezel. Is that what it is? Archie.
He's got the black dial sub.
Yeah.
Gold.
I mean, it's a lot calmer than the blue one that I have. So it's not as in your face. Maybe it's even a little classier. So how do you not like it? But I prefer the blue because of the sunburst blue dial is, hits you between the eyes.
So you can see them here. They're going for 30,000 for a ceramic.
The blues are a little more like the 40. You're talking 40 millimeter, I think, and the 40 millimeter.
Yeah.
Both versions of the full gold, black and blue, they are right now less than what you would think, and I think the black is probably maybe $1,000 cheaper, but they have definitely come down. I think they're a decent buy for a full gold piece compared to like a full gold Breguet. A full gold Patek. I mean, a gold sub is a monster chunk of metal.
I kind of see the watch market how it is. This is the new normal. You understand?
It's going to be this way for a long time.
That doesn't make it terrible.
No, they're more. Listen, the watches having lost value just means they're more accessible. It's cheaper to buy one now. That's a good thing. COVID, we wouldn't be talking about a $4,000 or $5,000 Rolex, would we?
No.
We'll see what happens.
See,
they're talking about stimulus checks, I mean.
Is it a good time to get one now, Mark? What's your opinion? Is it a good time to buy one?
There's no time like the present. But I think, obviously now, with certain watches from the AD, you're almost better off saying no to the AD and buying certain watches on the secondary market. Other watches, you should snag them up right from the AD. Depends on the watch. But like full gold, like a full gold Submariner, don't take that from the AD unless it comes with a big discount, because you could buy it gray, cheaper.
What's happening with your celebration dial? Are you getting that?
I don't think it's going to be made available.
Aussie Expat joins the stream.
Aussie.
Hey, Aussie.
I don't
how
know
are
if my
you?
internet's playing up. I think something's going on. How you doing?
Hello.
We got a super chat. Angelic Slayer, member for 26 months. Thank you, Angelic. He's got a wrench. What did the gold sub price peak at? Hey, guys. Look, I think they were peaking. They were over retail, weren't they, Marky?
Well, yeah, but even now, like Rolex jacked the retail price of them. So I think they might be somewhere in the $41,000 range currently in the current catalog. I mean, it's nuts. It's nuts. But I think they're really selling on the secondary market for even the new ones, the 41 millimeters. They're not 41 used. You could probably get it for 35, 34. Because Rolex jacked the prices up so much on gold.
What's your view of
yellow
the
gold, like the blues?
Gold Rolex. Are you? Yeah.
I think the yellow gold still fetch very close to MSRP, but not MSRP plus tax, I think. No, like gold. Like I learned from you, Archie. Like gold was never the play. I mean, it's only a recent phenomenon. Some of them had a premium. Like it's just
Hey,
it is what it is. Like this is not a surprise, you know.
Hey, Boo.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Keslow, how are you, man?
Greetings. I'm good. How are you?
We were comparing 5320s. Basically, they're 100,000 retail US your watch, okay?
Right. Right.
And you can get them for in the 50s secondhand, correct?
Yeah, half off.
The Rancher, $2. Black dials matter. Thank you, Rancher, $2. What do you think of that, Keslow? 50% off.
Man, it's a bargain. Right?
You can't buy that at retail.
No, of course not. Of course not. I think the only people buying them at retail are gearing up for the Aquanauts and Nautiluses. You know, that's your reward for buying this at retail.
Can I just wax on the punters? Oh, we got Submariner and a PS5 Pro, completely unnecessary expenditure.
Ah,
with,
PS5.
with the disk drive. It's the second PS5 in the house, guys. It's a 2 PS5 household here.
Okay, Aussie Expat, let me ask you, because I play with my brother and we normally play Call of Duty.
I think that's illegal, Keslow, but continue.
So we just started this game called Marvel Rivals. Have you heard of this?
Yeah. It's pretty much a clone of that Blizzard game.
Man, it's so fun. We play it every night. It is so fun. We get I get a bunch of buddies on, and it's like a 6-man team, and we all get on.
And it's free. That's crazy. It's
free. So you play it?
No, I play a few things, but normally I'm on like you see over here the simulator.
Oh, cool.
So I normally play Gran Turismo or something like that.
For people looking for gold, don't forget Bucharest. I showed you guys that there's some bargains to be had with them, especially on grades at the end of the year. Yeah, because they got to get rid of them by the end of the year. You're going to see a lot of those.
Oh, the Carl F. Bucharest. Okay, yeah.
Keep an eye out for
Hey,
those.
even better, you buy them from the AD.
Just woke up. They're toxic shit. You could never give that shit away, could you?
No.
So what are they doing with that brand? Are they gonna bury the brand, or what's the plan for?
Yes, they killed it.
Yes.
It's all done. It's all done.
So why would you want to buy into that?
A solid gold case with solid gold links and crown. I mean,
Even at MSRP, those Carl F. Bucharest are delivering a lot of watch for the money.
I mean,
even at MSRP.
Not
if you're
not compared to secondhand Breguet, Aussie Expat.
I'll tell you why. It's because you're concerned with the watch more than what the brand is on the face of the watch and what you're getting for the money. That's why you would buy a Bucharest. That's exactly why.
Yeah. I mean, I could imagine that a secondhand Carl F. Bucharest must be peanuts.
Or
you know what? If I wanted to kill my audience, I set up a Carl Bucharest channel devoted exclusively to Carl Bucharest. Right?
Yeah.
You know,
and a lot of them are too big as well, honestly. Like, a lot of them are just too big.
I like their world time. Their world time is beautiful, but the brand is just shit.
Yeah, I was basically indicated that I could get...
Breguet. I mean, Breguet has swagger. Carl Bucharest has absolutely
Are you a
nothing
Carl
going.
Bucharest man? You're not a Carl.
Yes,
Bucharest?
I am. Absolutely, I am. I'm a PVD man too. If I get into the Panerized, which you guys absolutely
Your son
detest.
looks gorgeous. What a lovely boy, Aussie Expat.
we spent the day together.
How are you? What a lovely boy. He's very handsome. Man, you're so lucky. I look back when my kids were that age. Fuck time. It just goes so fast. Time. My youngest is now 18. Dad, can I have the keys to the car?
Yeah. I spent the day with him. We got the oil all recycled at the AutoZone. We went shopping for some pasta and
that means you change
around.
What's up with that? Who changes their own oil?
I change the oil. I drive a Toyota.
There's a dude who will do it for you for like 10%.
No, I don't trust them. I love my car. Hey, if you've got a shitter like a BMW, you're lucky to have oil before the oil change is required.
Do you park it in? Do you park it indoors? Do you park it?
Yeah, I got a
inside?
3-car garage with only one car in it.
And do you ever park it under a tree, like fella?
No, I don't baby it. So, like,
Actually,
you know,
parking
whatever
under a
happens
tree
to it
can
out in
be
the
a
world.
false. It can be a delusional fantasies because you get the sap, but you do get a little bit of. It does make it cooler, but you do have damage from the tree, which is I think is worse. Okay.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was wondering if he was asking me if I was avoiding the tree or not. But yeah, no, I do my own oil change because I don't trust them. Like I don't trust that they're doing. And if your car is skipping oil changes, or they just say, just charge them the $100 and reset the meter.
I always check the oil. I check the color of the oil.
So let me ask you something, Aussie Expat. Since you don't trust them to actually change the oil, so you do it yourself, can I assume that you do your son's vaccinations at home yourself so that you're sure they're really doing it? They're not just giving them salt water, saline.
But you're talking about a level of professionalism
or are you
that
taking care of the car
I'll be
on
back.
a different level than the kids? Don't leave, Archie. Oh my God, he's gonna.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, the thing is, you find someone who you trust, but finding a trustworthy mechanic is almost impossible.
You're getting photobombed, which is kind of.
I know. Yeah. I know. But yeah, I mean, just trust. But the problem is like the mechanic may think they're not doing any harm because it's like, oh, this guy's already come in at 5,000 miles, doesn't even need it. Just let it go. They might think that they're not doing any harm, but how many oil changes do you skip before? And many times they also use the they love using their torque their rattle gun on everything, including your oil pan. Like the number of every single time I've taken it to get an oil change, when I do it the next time, I cannot get it off without breaker bar. I have to use 300 foot-pounds of torque from an
So you
impact
do your
drill.
own. You do your own radiator flushes, your own transmission fluid. You redo your own brakes.
Cooling, yes. Brakes is a little bit of a. I don't like doing brakes.
How do you know they're not using like defective used brake pads that have already had half their life worn away? How do you know?
No, I can see that stuff. You can eyeball that pretty easy. And I just get all new. Like I don't get resurfaced or anything like that. So I just get all new.
I did the taste test on oil.
But that's it. That's it. It's just oil. Every 50,000, you need the brakes. That's it. It's not a big deal. It's a Toyota. It's not a big deal.
I'm just not a.
I'm going to go get something to eat, gentlemen. So I bid you farewell for the evening.
No, sir.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Adios. See you tomorrow.
The biggest reason to do the oil yourself is I value my time. And taking the oil.
10 minutes.
No, you have to go there. You drop it off. You got an appointment or something. You either Uber back home.
You have some decent arguments, but saving time is not one of them. You got to collect the oil, you got to save the oil, then you got to drive to the oil, recycling place. Believe me.
Yeah, but that only happens like once every 10 oil changes, something like that.
And you don't even need. You're taking the risk that the car falls on you. You got all kinds of risk involved there.
Well, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I use proper jacks and stuff like that. Like I'm an engineer, so.
No engineer ever got killed by the car falling off the jack. That never happened anywhere, ever.
It's possible, I guess, but it's pretty low risk, if you're using real jacks with hard points and stuff.
How do you know that the tensile strength of the metal used in the jack? Listen, they had DC-10s with defective bolts, and the engines fell off right here in Chicago at O'Hare Airport. How do we know that there wasn't a cheap Chinese bolt in that jack that fails right when you got your head right under that oil pan?
A jack stand isn't going to rely on just like a bolt. And aeronautics, there's no safety margin on aeronautic stuff.
Phil might have a point here.
Yeah, there's no safety margin on that stuff. While the jack stands, they've got like 2x safety margin.
I'm very, very proud of the fact that I don't know how to change my oil in it, and I support you. Hey, a real man, a manly man. I do have a chainsaw. I know how to use it.
Yeah.
But
James, way
Speaking
more
of manly men,
dangerous.
how is the dress working out, Paul? How's the dress? The blouse. The blouse.
Gloves. Hey, just quickly, you recycle the oil, then you put it back in the car again?
No, you can't just dump the oil. You gotta collect it, and then you just take it to the local AutoZone. It takes like 5 minutes.
I threw mine in the trash. I had some.
Well, you can't put them in the
I know
trash,
it's naughty.
Marky.
I know it's a bit
Yeah.
naughty, but I didn't know what else to do.
Very naughty.
No. So
No, you can
any
take it
place
to a-
that sells oil, you can return it there. Wherever you bought your oil, you can just return it to them.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'd only known.
You don't put it down the drain, Mark.
No, I
That's
didn't
a
put it
very
down the
big
drain.
no-no.
I did not. I have a septic tank. I did not put it down the drain.
Yeah. No, for
I
me,
gotta
it's a
tell
time
you,
saver, and I
yeah.
trust that it gets done properly. Like, it takes me about 15 minutes to do.
All right.
It'd take me more than 30 minutes just to wait for Ubers and get back from the damn place.
Ubers,
you know?
Jesus Christ! We have oil while you wait. You pull in. You literally get there. They open the overhead. You pull in, and there's a pit underneath you, and you
Jiffy
can stay in
Lube.
the
Jiffy
car.
Lube.
It takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, Archie, prepare yourself. And
I've
here
heard some
comes
horror stories
Eddie.
where they fucked up some European cars.
Yeah.
Hello, Eddie.
Hey, you can burn the oil in your diesel.
That's true. But don't you need to
burn the
reprocess
used
it
oil
first?
in the diesel.
I got a neighbor with a diesel. Should I just give him my old oil cans?
Yeah, Tom here, man. Burn this oil in your diesel, man. It'll burn. Just like, and you can burn any
I don't
kind of.
think
You
it's
can
that
burn.
simple. Aussie expat.
Isn't
The
it?
problem
Isn't it
it's the
super
particle
dirty?
filter.
Yeah.
Man,
It's
that's
the
what
emissions.
you do.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's not. It might clog up your. If you have that DF
Eddie,
bullshit.
have you followed any of my advice? I gave you really good advice.
Yeah, Eddie,
yesterday.
did you
Not that
move
easy,
forward?
Archie. Yeah, Archie, just drop everything and go, man.
Yeah,
Drop
did you
everything
move
and.
yet? You got to move, Eddie. Are
Yes.
you moving?
I gotta move, man.
Listen, Eddie, you're in Chicago. That's very, very close to Indiana. Literally over the bridge, and you're in Indiana.
Man, that's dang. You go to Indiana, you get killed over there, man.
Well, no, only in Gary, but Indiana's a cheap state, right? You go to Hammond; it's right across the border.
Oh, man, I don't want to live there, man. I know people from there, man. My ex-girlfriend is from there. I don't want to go there.
Well, if you move there with your girlfriend, you'll get cheap.
Eddie's
She's
got
not
an
my,
excuse
she's
for
my
everything.
ex-girlfriend.
We could rekindle this.
No, it won't work anymore, man. So she left, man. You can't go back. You can't come back from that, man.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to steer more towards high-end content there. Aussie expat, you're a guy. How many solid gold Rolexes have you got?
For myself, one. For my wife, two.
Now, which one do you have?
Okay.
I've got a yellow gold
the price
Daytona.
dropping?
Nice, beautiful.
She's got an Everose and a Yachtmaster. Everose Daytona and a Yachtmaster.
Do you feel with the price dropping, does that affect your are you buying anything else? Have you stopped buying? What's the go?
Well, the thing with gold is like the intrinsic value is like skyrocketing. But unfortunately, with all those MSRP increases, I think it's a no-go. I bought mine late last year knowing like Rolex were really due for upping the price of their gold watches. So I'd rather pay $41,000.
Aussie expat, would you ever buy secondhand?
Yeah, but not at the moment. Like, so for sure, there are watches I'd prefer that are secondhand or discontinued right now over watches that are in the current catalog. However, I have a working relationship, so I just have to sort of keep managing what's in the catalog that I still find good.
Prices are dropping so much. If you don't want to,
Well, I only buy what I want. Like, I mean, there's not many left that I want, but it's still worth. Look, at some point, my SA is going to retire or quit or whatever. The relationship will be toast, and then I'll be free to look at all.
That's
the
why you got to
stuff.
know the manager at the store. The SA is fine. The sales associate, good to know. But you're right. They leave, and then you don't know anybody there. You need to know the manager.
Yeah, well, all of the management at Vucaro has almost completely rolled over in the last 6 months.
Yeah. Never
So
mind.
I still have good relationships. Some of the people who are SAs have now become managers. Some assistant managers are now directors. So I actually do have a good relationship still. But you know, you do that again, and then I'm back to zero. At some point, it's got to end. You know, it's not going to be a relationship that I can keep forever. Only getting, you know, one hot a year. Like
Nothing is forever.
Eventually is going to.
Nothing is forever. But you're right. When you have cultivated an AD relationship, you want to maintain that. But I buy both from the AD and on the used market, and they don't mind when I do that.
Oh, they wouldn't mind, but you know, ultimately, like I've already got a dozen luxury watches. I really feel like I had to get a bigger safe deposit box. I mean, like, what am I doing?
It's enough. But you know what?
Yeah.
I would be so reluctant to buy a gold Daytona now, just because of the retail
price increase was severe. It was like 14%. It was very severe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even the day date, I mean, it was like 8%, 9%.
Way over inflation.
Yeah. No. Like, but look at this with gold. What's the gold value? Not that it should matter, but you know the margins that Rolex try to keep on their watches is probably 4 or 5x. Unfortunately, on the gold pieces, they're probably at 2x.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, what about that Rolex date just with the fluted bezel? I like those old school ones. Not even the big one, the smaller one.
Well, they still make it. They still make the fluted bezel.
I like that. But you can't polish them. Never polish the fluted bezel.
Well, they polish them. You can't.
No, but if you polish it or you take, even if they do it, they eventually it becomes real. Like
yeah, you don't want to. Ideally, you don't polish anything very much.
even if it's like scratched up, it's still cool as long as it maintains its geometry, man.
Yeah, man. I can't disagree with you there.
You don't wanna take off the geometry anytime you polish a watch or anything. You're changing the surface geometry.
Yeah. So just back on my assumption about margin, I think my Daytona weighs somewhere around 220 grams, maybe more, maybe less, but that's the ballpark. At current gold prices, and you know Rolex probably adds more value to the gold in the process. At current gold prices, that's like $21,000 worth of gold.
It's a lot.
And so the margin is only 2x. For luxury good, that's absurdly low, right?
You're making me feel better about my Mariner because I think it probably weighs more than the Daytona.
I think they're pretty close. I think which generation? I think the 11's heavier than the 12.
I have the 40 millimeter.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a heavy boy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I think Rolex's margin, if you just look at it from a margins perspective, like who's getting ripped off, the gold watches are actually, especially yellow, slightly cheaper. The gold watches are actually the best value from, like, you don't use this logic. This is stupid logic to start weighing up materials and shit. But it is the lowest margin that they have is the gold.
Your mic is very crackly. We're not really entirely sure.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't know if you can do anything there.
It's the headphones, man. You need new headphones. The ones you got, because there's like latency between the signal and you have to process the signal and then upload as like, man, you know.
Speaking of latency.
Yeah, I'm glad you told me. I mean, these are like $500 buds, but if they're not good, they're not good.
$500 for some earbuds, man? Are you crazy, man?
Mm-hmm.
I would never buy nothing like. You know, it's a good company. They make good headphones. That one, it's like I forgot the name of it, man.
Let's see.
It's like Bose makes good stuff, and then there's like the smaller stuff. It's like a new. It's pop something. It's like a new company. It just came out recently. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I'm back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Okay.
Anybody
Is
else?
this better or could it be my browser? I've had trouble with my browser before.
I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something, Aussie expat. I really want to make I'd love to upgrade I want to upgrade from a two-tone to a solid gold Submariner. The only problem is, for not much more, I can get a Keslow Perpetual. I mean, fuck, that's the problem. You know, Rolex Doesn't Kessler? What do you think, Kessler? Would you ever be inclined to get rid of that to get a solid gold Rolex?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
No.
Yeah, it's very douchey. They can be very douchey.
How dare you? I cultivate the douchiness. I
Hey
embrace
man,
it.
I would buy a solid gold Submariner, man.
Exactly.
But if I had one, I wouldn't wear it every day, man. Because,
Same.
you know.
Eddie, you and me, we're like simpatico.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't.
So-
I like.
so-
Go ahead.
You get the same level of douchiness from the two-tone.
Why would you say that, man?
No, but
Yeah,
I
it
mean, if
only
you're worried
costs
about
half
the
as much to be
douchiness
that
factor,
douchey. It only
right?
costs
Yeah,
half
but
as much to
the
be that
solid gold,
douchey.
the solid
The
gold,
douche per buck.
you enjoy more.
Douche per buck is so much better.
Yes.
Sorry?
But the douchiness factor to the amount of gold you're wearing, like you can just go full gold and you're not really changing how much of a douche you are. I think
It's not even about that, man. It's
You know,
how
something
you
I
use it,
don't
man.
understand is, Plastic started making some videos there. Plastic started making videos a couple of weeks ago. And
Yeah.
what I noticed is he eats a lot of processed meats. Like it's really cheap sausage filler. Like they put cereal, they put all this, not even proper stomach casing sausages. I'm not talking gourmet. I'm just talking discount bin. He uses the cheapest gas possible. Why have a solid gold Submariner if you're going to use the cheapest gas for your lawnmower?
This all makes
I
sense,
resent
Pontiff, because he also wears the stickers on the gold sub. All of that
I mean,
sounds
it's just shit.
sounds sensible. All of it sounds like
You know what I
correct, like
mean?
stickers, lowest quality meats. This all sounds pretty consistent.
It must be that time. The doc is here.
How's it going, guys?
Doctor.
Hey, Doc,
give me the
how are
news.
you?
I'm good. I just thought I'd come on because I was reading the news, and I don't know if you read the news over there, AC3, because it's not likely in English. But apparently, on February 1st, they changed all the divorce laws in China. Did you know this? Did
Ooh, what
Mrs. Lai
happened?
tell you this?
No, what's the divorce laws?
They changed all the divorce laws to where, let's say a married couple, they get a divorce. It used to be that, each party would get half, sort of like here, right? Each party gets half.
Yeah.
But they changed the laws now. You only get what you've owned. So like, let's say the man is working and he's investing in different things. Well, if they divorce, he gets those things out when he leaves. I'm not making this up. This is real. You can check. You can Google it. You can check. I read about it. I thought, wow, this is something that you need to know about. Because Ms. Lai may not be telling you these things when she's telling you she's filthy rich.
What was the change again? Sorry, could you repeat that? I was listening, but I missed it still.
Ah, yeah.
Basically, what you
suddenly
had
people
before
want to
you're
hear what I have
married
to
is
say
yours
now.
to keep.
What's
well,
that?
basically, the laws have changed. Instead of it being 50-50 split in a divorce, it's what you brought in.
It's what you brought in,
So
and
if
it's
you
also
brought in
what you
all
acquired
stuff-
along the way. So if, let's say the husband is the husband is earning most of the living and the wife's at home. So if the guy's earning the money and then he's investing it in, say, additional properties, as an example, he gets those properties on divorce.
The property market crashed in China.
So are you saying that
I'm saying as an
the
example,
marriage means nothing?
whatever he puts the money into,
Hmm.
watches,
Wine, women, and song.
whatever.
But
So,
you're
Doc-
saying the marriage means nothing. Like they basically get nothing out of
I
it.
didn't say that. You said that. Women are getting upset because they thought they'd get half out of this whole marriage thing.
Now,
but
Doc,
no,
are
they're not.
you going to go to China for your next marriage? Is that what's going to happen then?
You're damn right.
It's better.
Suddenly I love Chinese women.
I think you always did, to be honest.
Well, now especially.
I understand.
This whole thing about Japanese women, no, forget about that.
They get half.
Because they get half, yeah. They get half. No, this is a real thing, though. It's serious. And it's leading to suddenly there are the courts are loaded up with people getting divorces. And a lot of those people look like males. Because it was a video,
Now they want out.
journal So they were just saying suddenly it's crowded. A lot of people are filing for divorce. But when the cameras pan, it's all dudes standing in line.
Doc, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel with the Rolex slowdown with stuff? What's your view on the market there? How do you feel about it? Because you invest. You're an investor, aren't you, with vintage?
Well, it turns out it's an investment, but basically I just follow what I love, and I fell in love with the 4-digit Daytona for whatever reason. And right now, by the way, I'm wearing my Type 20. I love that too. But there's no doubt that if I could wear a Daytona every day.
Do you wish you had a Breguet one instead of a Breitling one?
If you go into WhatsApp, you can post it if you want. But I'm perfectly happy with what I'm wearing. Go into WhatsApp. I posted it in all the WhatsApp.
I know, I can see it, Doc. I can see it. But I mean, how do you feel, Doc? Do you really wish you had a Breguet to go with that?
If you look at this watch, I've even had some people who know a little bit about watches think that it's an old watch. They think it's a 50s watch.
Hey Archie, I seen a Breguet, like one of it's got like diamonds all around, and it has a tourbillon, and it's like, man, it's like $173,000 watch, man. You seen those?
Cheap.
Yeah.
Sounds
Tourbillon
cheaper
equals
Tourbillon
6 figures
Breguet.
plus.
They got some great stuff.
But definitely it's up there.
And they had one with the same deal, but like it was a little bit cheaper. It was like $120,000, and it had a Guilloche dial and had a tourbillon in the bottom, and it was like red. That's my favorite. I want one of those, man. If I had man Archie one day, man.
I would say
that
if I just had money laying around and I didn't care, I'd want to get one of the newer gold Breguet Type 20s with the ceramic bezel instead of the steel bezel. Yes, well, in this case, gold bezel. And I know it's not quite historically accurate, but it's a nice looking watch.
It's not a steel bezel; it's a solid gold bezel, Doc. It's not steel.
I changed it. I said that. I said it's not steel because I'm used to getting steel. I don't have any gold.
We're bringing it up. I found it. You put it into the group.
What is it?
Here we go, Doc. Look at this.
But the point is that you can get these for $5,000, and it's every bit aesthetically, it's every bit as good as a Breguet.
But it's not the same movement. It's not a Breguet, man.
I said aesthetically, it's every bit as good.
It looks similar, but it's not.
Well, of course, if you want to spend $20,000, then you get the right movement.
I like this, Doc. This is your piece?
Yes, sir, Kelso. Exactly.
I like it. I like the syringe hands.
Yeah, it's got all the elements. Well, actually,
is this a 7750 or what?
This is actually a Breitling.
No, but what is the movement? The movement is
it's
a 775.
B01 that they modified. They modified into self-winding.
Oh, really?
It
looks
doesn't
older.
really matter.
It looks like
the movement is nothing
watch.
to be impressed about. It's not about the movement. It's not always about the movement. In fact, most of the time, no one can give an F about the movement.
No, man,
Eddie, let me ask you a question. You're very, you're against this 7750. Did you own one of these? Why are you so against this?
No, I had 7750 movement in a watch, like an older. It was like a Xeno watch or something. And
You're sounding like Ozzy now.
No, man, the watch is shit, man.
No, I mean your audio is sounding like Ozzy now.
Okay, hang on. Let me turn off my.
My audio is okay now, right? Or
No, yours is fine. But
Okay.
as I came on, he was talking about why you were having problems, and now he's having problems. I just wanted to let him know.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to test out all my stuff before we get to Geneva. I don't want our Gonzo streams having terrible audio.
Actually, Keslo, I just noticed that your watch has the syringe hands theme going and everything.
Hey, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something about watches. It's all about the movement. If it's a shit movement, the watch is shit. The movement is very important because you don't want to fucking watch like JJ Le Coultre. All their movements are tested. to make sure
Yeah,
that they're
I think for most collectors though, that's like a little bit further down on the list. 'Cause everyone wants to see the dial and the case. Like
fuck that.
everyone's looking at the
movement is
dial, and
And
then
they
it's
want to
like,
make
oh,
sure the dial's intact and it hasn't been molested with. You
man, who
know?
cares about that? The movement is what is the watch, the whole
Right,
watch.
Marky? They don't want it molested for some reason.
Exactly.
Reliable watch in any circumstance. They
I
got
mean,
watch.
Rolex used to use very generic movements in the Daytona, the Le Mans movement.
Oh yeah,
Very-
the first gen Daytonas were basically Valjoux movements.
And those are very expensive now.
Those are the most valuable of all.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they were worth nothing for decades. Like literally.
That might
nothing.
be true, but the point is that
Now.
eventually
No, but
their
you
value
can't
was
base
appreciated.
rules. You can't base rules on vintage Daytona. Like vintage Daytona breaks all the rules. It doesn't set all the rules.
Very few people care about the movement. There are such people, Eddie, but not that many people.
I don't think many people care about the Submariners movement either, if they're collectors and they're getting a vintage sub.
I do love a Parachrome hairspring.
it's like the car. It's like a car, you know. You want the car to be good looking, and then you know you want to know about the engine, you know.
And the engine's important, but
that's your
not the most important. Most important
I'm not a
is
snob, but
is it
I
rust
think
free? Was it taken care of?
Doc, would you let a fat lady try on your Daytona? And stretch the bracelet?
You know, first of all, no. But you guys are making it sound like I have something against fat ladies, which is definitely not exactly accurate.
But you got to be, you know, you got to be honest. If you had to do it over again, you would have kicked her out of the car, right?
Oh, I wouldn't even have let her approach the car if I had to do over again. I'd say, whoa, I'd be jumping out of the car saying, whoa, 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 I didn't sign up. I'd take a rancher move. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this at all.
Now, what we're talking about, Doc, you know the punters, is when Doc drove Uber and he had a really fat passenger at the airport.
I was about to bring that one up since it's right there in your Chicago.
Exactly.
But that guy was perfect. He says, "I'm sorry, you can't get in my car. I don't think my tires can handle it."
Oh yeah, that was
wow.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was a woman that was 500. Either she was 500 or 600 because she said both.
Oh wait, you're talking about the widely populated, not something you personally experienced.
Well,
I experienced a lesser version of that, and I let her in my car.
Pretty close.
Wow.
Because I got set up by some very petite girls that I knew.
Did that
to pick
cost
up
you a
one
set
of their
of shopping
friends? I had no idea it was going to be like a 300-something pound friend. I didn't know this.
Aussie expat would not worry about it because he does all his own suspension and tune-up.
Yeah, well, I got a Toyota, so it doesn't, it doesn't break. Nothing breaks.
Do you know how to
so
do
it's good.
leather work? Would you have been able to repair the seat? And do you know how to rework springs on a seat?
I would open up the fifth door and put down the top.
Well, see, it was a 65 Mustang, but it wasn't a convertible.
Oh my God, no.
Paul, I got one for you. Here, I just found this out. Breguet is inviting visitors to their boutique on Rue de Rhône to discover horological marvels, craftsmanship, and watchmaking excellence. Are we going when we're in Geneva? Are we going to the boutique?
Can you? Yeah, we'll do it.
It's going to be open. Geneva Watch Days. They're inviting all the watches and wonders people.
Wait, Geneva Watch Days is the same thing?
Hey, have you seen the new Toyota? What do you call it?
What's it called? Geneva Watch Day, is it?
Yeah, check out the Breguet boutique on Rue de Rhône. That's the whole strip where they're all lined up,
Very cool. Seen the new Toyota Land Cruiser is really disappointing.
I've already decided I'm taking two watches, by the way. Okay.
Yeah,
you are? Because that was my next question. How are you gonna? You can go in with your paddock and say, "Oh yeah, I have 3 Breguets," but it won't be the same. What are you gonna bring? Are you gonna pull a Shenzhen? Are you gonna go Seiko?
I think I'm gonna take. I tell you honestly, I'm definitely taking the World Time, and I probably take the Type 21. That's my favorite sports Breguet.
Yeah, Yeah, bring that to the boutique.
On a NATO. What do you think of that?
Oh, they might not let you in with that.
Hey, I got a deal. I don't like wearing it.
Uh-oh.
That's even worse than before.
Cricket Wireless is
Eddie, that's
breaking
even
up.
worse than before. Your audio is just terrible now.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Hang on.
I'll be in rural Romania for 3 days before Geneva. So whatever I wear to rural Romania is what comes to Geneva.
I'd play it safe if I were you.
You show
I'm
up in
going to wear the
camo?
Pepsi, I think.
Show up in camo and a bulletproof vest and all that.
Yeah, I've got a DJI mini drone. I could probably help out with some surveillance on the border.
There you go.
Is
Yeah,
this
you
a
could
work-related trip?
Drop a grenade on.
No, I'm
something.
meeting an old high school friend.
You need to have that high school friend meet you.
Actually, you know
Yeah,
what
it's
happened
3 hours
yesterday?
from the nearest main airport where he lives.
Gee, Archie, look
Romania.
at the time.
Hey, hey, I wanted to ask you something, Kesslerwitz. You know,
Yeah.
when we're in Geneva,
Breguet question.
we're going to Paddock. What time is our Paddock appointment?
Oh, Paddock question.
The guide is going to be there at 4
It's the
p.m.
Paddock Museum, isn't it?
Yes.
What time?
4.
4 p.m.
What time?
4
4
p.m.
p.m. And that's on, what day is that?
The 1st.
That's
Yeah.
the 1st of April. That's a Sunday, isn't it?
Monday.
You know, Kessler, I thought that was an avatar, but that's your actual watch running.
Yeah, it's live, baby.
Actually, the 1st of April is a Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Yes, yeah.
Look what I can
I
do.
arrive on
Look
the
what I
Monday
can
on the
do.
31st. Yeah.
Hey, that's a nice watch, man.
Oscar likes your canvas strap. Super chat.
Super chat,
Yankee
Yankee
Doodle on
Doodle.
a
Don't
roll.
forget to pack your cargo shorts in case you run into Terry Stern. You'll be dressed for the occasion.
Oh man, that would be an amazing photo.
Now, are we
that would
going
be
to
great.
the FP Jean Michelin star restaurant? What
Yeah.
time is that? What day is that?
Yes, and I heard it's on you. I heard we're fundraising on the live stream. We're gonna gonzo it, and I hear it's on you. Rumor has it.
I'm not.
That's on the Saturday, I think, because I'm already Friday. I'm already gone.
That
I might
sounds
cancel
like a
that.
vicious rumor.
No,
I thought I heard
that's gonna be
Archie
great.
say that.
Actually, speaking of fundraising,
Oh, Mike
another.
the Snake says you said it. He said he heard you say it.
Yeah.
You know, we
And
are
Mike the Snake doesn't lie.
organizing.
He must have heard
I've been.
it.
What's
know,
for
I've been
dinner, Ozzy? What's for dinner?
Fettuccine carbonara. No cream.
You know, you can order that out, and they'll just bring it. And change your oil.
It's much healthier if
they-
you cook it yourself.
Yeah, you think you get carbonara in America if you order carbonara?
Yeah, I think you will.
You
No,
just
you
get
don't.
slop.
You get
And
slop.
my mom cooked me some some chicken bouillon soup.
Nice.
Bouillon.
Another thing, you know, we're trying to raise money because we're doing a NorCal meetup. We're trying to get Mike the Snake's fish and chips covered. You know, all the hard work he's doing on the panel here. I think, you know,
Yes.
we've done
No, I agree.
Chinese.
So
We've
when is
done.
the FP Jean dinner? Well, when is the FP Jean?
On behalf of Mike the Snake. Thanks, man.
I gotta look in the.
think.
I gotta look in the WhatsApp. I gotta look in the WhatsApp. That's private. That's private.
Okay. So the 1st of April, we're going to Paddock. Now, the Breguet, when's the Breguet event? What's the Breguet event?
No, it's just all week. I think
That's
they're
in
just invited.
August.
No. I think that was
When's the
last
Breguet
year.
event, Kessler?
No, it's just
Geneva
during.
Watch Days, I think, is a different event, isn't it?
No, I'm just saying we can go to their salon. You know, they're gonna have.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna have stuff going on at the salon.
You think there's going to be room? I mean, the place will be packed, right? It's Breguet after all.
We'll see. We'll see.
There'll be a
My
lot of
AD
Breguet in
can't
there.
get me tickets to Watches and Wonders, but they did offer to set up something at the Bucharest in Geneva.
A room
don't
full
know
of Breguet men.
Bucher.
I don't know if I want to.
Might as well.
Yeah, I'll see what they say.
Do you get seasick, Paul, or Aussie expat? We're talking about doing the lake tour. You know, the boat tour on the lake, Lake Geneva.
Oh, I'd love to do that, man. I'd love to do that with you.
A tour, or does this involve like wine or anything? Because I mean, the lake it's not a super exciting lake. It's beautiful, but
Oh, you've been?
What if there's a bolognese involved?
Depends on
See,
what
I don't
kind
know
of
what
boat
we're getting
you're in.
into. I just saw
well,
that was one of the main
it's a lake,
attractions.
not a harbor, right? So it's going to be pretty still. You know, it's not like
Jet skis? Should we get
and-
jet ski?
How big is what lake is it?
Lake Geneva in Switzerland.
Lake Geneva, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have a Lake Geneva right here in Wisconsin.
Did you ever swim in Lake Geneva when you were there, Mike the Snake?
With an orange monster. Because
I
orange.
was never there.
Well, Archie, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes. What do you think?
We're having fun. Why not run longer?
Exactly. That's the way it's supposed
Time to wrap this baby up, guys. I want to thank everybody who came on.
Fuck that. Fuck
Please,
that.
guys.
Mark just drove a
chat.
steak. He just drove a steak into it.
Go ahead, Mike.
chat.
Make your
It's
case,
done.
Mike. Do it.
Send some super chats and let's extend this a little longer. Let's make some Archie some fucking extra bucks. Come on,
Yeah.
people. Send Archie some super chats.
Mark,
What's the plan for today? Are you going
We
back
got
to the
some-
Grand
I wanna
Hyatt?
say-
we
What-
can see you.
Yeah, I'm going there today. So this is my second last day. Tomorrow's my last day. Here we go. I want to thank Patel for leaving.
Holy shit, that's like $100 in eggs.
Oh, I thought that was a
Uzi
fresh
Playhouse, Dodger,
known better.
Ken Fresno, Rich Mitch, Esther X, Rich Mitch,
lays a
Angelic
lot of-
Slayer, The
eggs.
Rancher, Yank.
You need that many
Google.
eggs for it? Whew.
Guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on. It's been a fantastic show. Keslowitz, I'm keen. The FP's yawn. Just stay on afterwards. I'll talk to you, okay?
Yeah.
Put me down for the Breguet thing. I'd love to go to that, okay?
Okay.
Do we
Wrap
need
her
to
up.
book that, or how do we book that?
Wrap her up.
Please
I'll
run a
Okay,
different
guys.
outro.
See
Please
you
run a different
tomorrow,
outro.
guys. Love you guys. You want a different outro?
Yes. Thank
I
you.
tell you what, we'll run a Breguet outro for you guys. Actually, no, we'll run
Lovely.
the Paddock one. I've got it at the top.
Sure, that's fine. They're both
See
great.
you later, guys.
Do you mind if I stay for a while? All snuggle up in each other's arms. Do you mind if I stay by your side? Just looking at you all the time.